Hi everyone, and welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the NERA Project, a group of students dedicated to raising awareness on the quality of education of Native Americans in the United States. Through our short mini-series, we will be informing you on the basics of this important social issue. In today's crash course, we will be learning about the history of the first Indigenous people and the early colonization of North America by the Spaniards and the British. To start off our history lesson, let's talk about the Clovis culture, the first known indigenous civilization in America. Signs of the Clovis culture were first found in Mexico by Edgar Howard in 1932 after he uncovered a stone tool embedded into mammoth bones. This discovery was revolutionary as it showed signs of an unknown civilization that would have been present from 12,000 to 11,000 years BP. Howard gave them the name Clovis culture after the city in which they uncovered the stone tool, Clovis, New Mexico. Based on the findings, the indigenous civilization seemed to be very successful, although they did disappear after some time. Researchers believe that they were around for 400 to 600 years. When it comes to the origin, many theories have been brought to light, but the main one is the Beringia theory. This theory suggests that they would have crossed over from Siberia to Alaska through the Bering Land Bridge, an ice pathway created during the Ice Age. The connection with Siberian and Mongolian ancestry was suggested and then confirmed after genetic testing was done on a human skeleton of a member of the Clovis culture. Now let's move on to the colonization of America. The invasion of the continent of North America began with a Spanish soldier, Pedro Menendez de Aviles, who colonized St. Augustine, Florida in 1565, followed by the British in 1587, when the Plymouth Company established a permanent settlement in what is present-day Virginia. The indigenous groups living in North America before the period of European colonization had their own cultural and religious traditions. Unfortunately, the conquistadors did not acknowledge the heritage of the native tribes. Many of the European missionaries sought to convert the indigenous people to Christianity. From the colonial period forward, the issue of land became increasingly significant. A majority of the colonists viewed North America as a land to be settled and not as already occupied. As Michael Wigglesworth, an American Puritan poet, physician, and minister, described it in 1662, the New World was a waste and howling wilderness where none inhabited but hellish fiends and brutish men the devils worshipped. The natives did not share the concept of ownership or private property, although they were deeply connected to the land. Over the course of nearly 3 centuries, the indigenous people were removed and displaced in order to cede the formerly occupied land to newcomers. Finally, the natives were forced to settle on reservations. That is it for this week's episode. We'll see you next time when we will discuss the history of reservation school and the current state of Native education in the United States. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. This is the NERA Project, signing off.